Carmelo Anthony calls out Steve Kerr for keeping Jayson Tatum in the dark on Team USA's controversial plans. The Paris Olympics are long gone, and hoops fans are already looking forward to the next NBA season. But many are still having a hard time looking past Steve Kerr's controversial treatment of Jayson Tatum on the international stage.
I understand why Tatum may have not played. I don't agree with how they went about it. Right. And here's what I say. If you know you're picking this team and you have these positions in these spots, and you look at every spot, and you look at the depth chart, right? Okay, you got point guards, you got, Steph, Drew, you know what I mean? You got Bron, KD, you know what I mean, at the three, whatever. Tatum is on with them, right? So you have Bron.
They had him at a 4, right?
Just say they the fours, right? They the fours.
Right,
Bron, KD, Tatum is third on that depth chart. Joel, AD, right? Steph, Drew, Derek White, like Tyrese, Derek, you know what I mean? Like then you have Ant, Derek White, or Book, whatever, right? So now that's the depth chart. So when you look at time in the game, you got 40 minutes in the game, it ain't 48. 40 minutes in the game. You're five. Right. I'm cool with you saying he's not gonna play. Just be honest. This is where we have a lack of communication because we've been in Vegas this whole time. Talk to me. You already know where you see me at on this depth chart. Have this talk with me private. Let me get myself together.
Right.
Mentally and emotionally, my shit gonna be a lot different now. I'm gonna look at it differently in the sense of I gotta prepare differently.
And lowest of keys, probably what made it worse was
there was
no communication, and it felt like Steve Kerr was reactive to the talk.
This is what I'm trying to say. So I'm about to get there. So now you have going up into the games, and everybody's playing them.
While most Team USA stars will cherish this trip their entire lives, JT might want to erase it from his memory because he did not get a chance to suit up in 2 of the 6 Olympic Games. Sympathizing with the Celt after the disrespect to his recent champion aura, Carmelo Anthony understood why Coach Kerr did what he did, but called the mastermind out for not being clear-cut with his words. The NBA legend said, "I am a fan of Jayson Tatum like it hurt me when he wasn't playing." Obviously, he was referring to JT being benched against Serbia twice in the tournament, once in the group stage and the second time in the semifinal. And Melo, sitting courtside for the semifinal, felt Tatum's pain, saying, "I understand why Tatum may have not played. I don't agree with how they went about it." Looking at the depth chart, it was almost certain ahead of the tournament that Jayson Tatum would play a backup role for LeBron James and Kevin Durant. However, Melo believes that Steve Kerr should have been transparent about his strategy right away and let the Celtics star know during the Las Vegas camp what his role would be on the team. "I'm cool with you saying he's not going to play. Just be honest. This is where we have a lack of communication." Anthony remarked on the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn pod. Had he already known that he would not get many minutes, he could have prepared both mentally and emotionally and worked it out accordingly with his new role. Instead, it turned into a tough personal experience after he found out Steve Kerr's lack of communication is the key reason that might have hurt Jayson Tatum's performance. Being benched in the first game of the tournament, JT began the Olympics with a massive jolt. Then, all the speculations from the fans and media made the situation even worse, as it added more pressure on both Steve Kerr and Jayson Tatum to produce results. In the next game, the Celt was directly bumped to the starting lineup, and he failed miserably, scoring only 4 points. Moreover, the situation never got better as Tatum finished the campaign, averaging only 5.3 points and logging in 2 DNPs. Melo believes that a lot of why Tatum wasn't able to perform when he was given a chance can also be blamed on Steve Kerr's indecisiveness from the public lens. "You don't know your role on the team. Now you searching and trying to dig and find what is my role on this team, whereas those other guys don't gotta change their role." Sure enough, Jayson Tatum was already well-versed with the FIBA style of basketball, as he performed brilliantly in the previous Olympics, averaging more than 15 points. So, maybe Melo is right about the looming uncertainty of his role being the major reason for his terrible showing in Paris. Do you agree with the Knicks legend?
If you want a shoe, Ask some niggas for a shoe. Don't keep saying Anthony Edwards is a whole different brand. Leave that nigga alone.
That part.
Focus on your own self, champ.
Carmelo Anthony shuts down Noah Lyles' Adidas. Anthony Edwards' controversy as NBA star remains tight-lipped. Addressing the controversy on the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast, Melo understood why Noah believes he deserves his own signature shoe. After all, he is a 6-time world champion and proved that he is the fastest man on the planet by bagging a gold medal at the Paris Olympics 100 meters event. However, the NBA legend had an issue with Noah's methods. You want a shoe? Ask some beep for a shoe. Don't keep saying Anthony Edwards got. Anthony Edwards is a whole different brand. Leave him alone. Focus on yourself, champ.
You want a shoe? Ask some niggas for a shoe. Don't keep saying Anthony Edwards is a whole different brand. Leave that nigga alone.
That part.
Focus on your own self, champ. I want to support you. I'm going to continue to support you. We going to support you. But I wouldn't be your big homie if I ain't give you that knowledge. Leave them basketball niggas alone. Basketball getting it in a whole different type of way.
Yeah. And
we want to support track and field to get to that. So let me know personally what I can do to help that.
Carmelo Anthony just schooled Noah Lyles, who's next to step up. As great as Lyles is in his sport, many people would agree that Anthony Edwards has more marketability and star power than him. And that is by no means the sprinter's fault, as it is just how big the NBA economy and reach is. Moreover, Edwards is expected to be the next face of the league because of his dominance in Minnesota, which is why Adidas trusted him to be their next big athlete. So instead of firing shots at Edwards or the rest of the NBA,
it's a million other stories that's out there. It's a guy who just left his country and got asylum in Germany, who just want to go for his, you get what I'm saying? Like, these are stories that's actually real fucking stories. Athletes can't go back to their country. Like, this is real shit that we dealing with, so.
Carmelo advised Noah to work in collaboration with them. Noah, come on, champ. We want to support you. Let's do this together. Let's support everybody. We in this together. More importantly, he also warned the 6-time world champion about the consequences of frequently criticizing athletes from other sports. Don't keep playing those games, because what's going to end up happening is all of these people going to start turning on you because you're going to start making no sense.
You want this shit you want to be the world champion and you want to be the Olympic gold medalist, fine. We support you 1,000%.
Come on.
But don't be comparing none of that other shit to what we have going on over here, because it's incomparable. You can't compare it. I'd rather you just be like, yo, we need more attention on U.S. Track and Field Association, whatever it is. We need more attention on that. We need more resources. We need to figure out how we can monetize this sport, how we can bring our own leagues to this sport, how we can own our own ownership, TV rights, business. That's what the fuck you supposed to be worried about. Don't be worried about some NBA niggas that. This is what we do.
They ain't even worried
we
about
the
you.
world champ.
They're not even thinking about you, dog.
I never won the world championship. I never won the NBA championship. But what I'm saying is, don't keep playing those games, because what.
Instead, Melo believes Noah should question the nation's Track and Field Association and focus on introducing their own league, which would help the athletes and the sport financially by broadcasting deals and ownership rights. And now that Lyles walked his talk by winning gold in the Olympics, Melo urged Adidas or any other sneaker brand to fulfill his wish. Let's get this man a sneaker. Is Noah Lyles burning the bridges with NBA players? Although the controversy involving Anthony Edwards and Adidas is the latest chapter in the story, Noah's issues with the NBA became public last year.
What's going to end up happening is all of these people going to start turning on you because you're not going to start making no sense, right? Logic ain't logic a lot of times. You get what I'm saying? You gotta really have a deeper understanding on what this shit is going on. We wanna support you, and I say we, because I represent the NBA. We wanna support you, champ. I fuck with you personally. I love you to death.
Look at the love Sha'Carri gets.
My nigga.
Right, you know what I mean?
Sha'Carri ain't asking for no shoe. She's gonna get her shit. And she got it out the mud. They snatched all that shit from her. And she went and got it back. So that's a different resiliency that you gotta deal with. Noah, come on, champ. We want to support you. We gonna support you. You are the third fastest nigga ever. Like, you a fast nigga. But, champ, let's do this together. Let's support everybody. We in this together. When we over that water, we support everybody. When we back over here, you say what you want to say. But over there, we support each other. We don't show no cracks in the armor when you're over there representing for USA. And that's just what I wanted to say. If you want a shoe, ask them niggas for a shoe. Don't keep saying Anthony Edwards is a whole different brand. Leave that nigga alone.
That part.
Focus on your own self, champ. I want to support you. I'm going to continue to support you. We going to support you.
Obviously, it all began when he questioned the NBA for calling their season winners the world champions, despite it being a national league. You know what hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? He remarked. Sure enough, his comments riled up the basketball community as many NBA superstars slammed Noah on social media and defended their sport.
But I wouldn't be your big homie if I ain't give you that knowledge. Leave them basketball niggas alone. Basketball getting it in a whole different type of way. We want to support track and field to get to that. So let us know, let me know personally what I can do to help that, because I'm always trying to figure it out. But don't burn those bridges, champ, because once you burn those bridges, it's hard to get over that.
It's hard to come back, though. You won't get that selfie with Brian at the podium.
That's
like,
a fact.
you know what I'm saying? Keep fucking around.
Nah, leave it alone.
You know
Like,
what I'm saying?
don't even play around with that. No, that's real shit. Like, don't even. I'm not saying that I don't hear what you're saying, but don't even play around with that shit.
Don't give him sound bites, Chuck.
There's a small part of me that respects the gall to come out like that.
Yeah, but I want him to be. I love when you have charisma and personality.
For sure.
I love the dog. I love all of that shit. And in your sport and what you do, you have to be that.
Because it's just you out there.
It's just you out there. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it's no comparison to sport. We want to support you, dog. That's it. We just want to support you. If we can support you get a sneaker, let's support you get a sneaker. I don't give a fuck what brand it is. Let's get a man a sneaker.
Come on.
There's a lot of independent brands. Make the man a sneaker. I know you with Adidas.
Somebody, Skechers.
That's not gonna get you. That's not gonna. He with Adidas. That's not gonna get you. That's not Adidas. You going after the nigga who they putting everything behind over there. That ain't cutting it.
However, Noah did not stop there. During a recent interview, Noah fired shots at LeBron James after he was asked if the average Joe is closer to reaching him or the four-time NBA champion. Well, I'm the third fastest man ever to live. So, you are definitely closer to getting to LeBron than me. Sure, he would not put anyone above himself being the fastest runner in the world, but many believe he could have been more respectful toward a legend like LeBron. On top of that, the controversy with Anthony Edwards has brought more heat toward the sprinter and turned a lot of basketball fans and athletes against him. Not only in the NBA, but even NFL players have called Noah out publicly. Just recently, Miami Dolphins star Tyreek Hill made a bold claim while reacting to Lyles' last year's world champion comment, "I would beat Noah Lyles. I'm not going to beat him by a lot, but I would beat Noah Lyles." Although it might all be in fun and games, but there are signs that Noah's antics have rubbed many big-name athletes the wrong way. But wanting the best for Noah, Carmelo said to him, "Don't burn the bridges, champ." Representing the same nation and wearing the same colors on the international stage, Melo believes that athletes from all sports should be supporting each other rather than pulling them down, and he hopes Noah to do the same in the future. What are your thoughts?
I seen the Netflix
That's
show.
Marbury Jordan back in the day. You get what I'm saying? Like, leave that, leave it alone.
Leave it alone, champ. Yo, also, the last thing I'm gonna say on that topic is, for so long, Jamaicans been eating Americans' food in track and field.
Smoking it.
And they smoking them. And now that it's kind of like it's taken away from all the dubs on the American side. You feel me? Because everybody's talking about this dude instead of talking about all these gold medals.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
because you wilding, you doing, you bringing unnecessary attention to your team, to your track and field team. They don't want.
Usain Bolt had a shoe. NFL legend slaps Noah Lyles with ultimate reality on Anthony Edwards and Adidas controversy. Noah Lyles has rubbed people the wrong way again. Last year, he miffed the NBA players and legends when he started the World Championship debate. Now, after Team USA has brought home the gold, an old story has resurfaced about Lyles's being unhappy over the NBA star's entitlement in signature shoe deals. As per the latest developments, tensions heightened between Adidas and Lyles when they invited the Paris Olympics 100-meter gold medalist for Anthony Edwards' shoe launch last year. In a recent interaction with Time before the Olympics, Lyles revealed that he couldn't swallow the bitter pill because Edwards did not even have the NBA Finals stamp. You want to do what? You want to invite me to an event for a man who has not even been to an NBA Finals in a sport that you don't even care about, and you're giving him a shoe? No disrespect. The man is an amazing athlete. He is having a heck of a year. I love that they saw the insight to give him a shoe because they saw that he was going to be big, Lyles said. Ultimately, Lyles wanted to prove his candidacy for a signature shoe as a 3X world champion. However, it irked the athletic community as usual. This time, NFL legends Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson dropped their views on the nightcap.
Over and over until I get it right. And that might have been my third or fourth time falling like that, but I kept trying.
Well, give yourself credit. I mean, I ain't falling like that because I already know I can't do it.
You can't get back up? You ain't gonna get back up?
Yeah, after you get a certain age, Ocho, those legs hurt. I mean, man, I fall now, I shatter like ice. You know, if you drop ice on the kitchen floor, you see that shit, that ish go everywhere. That's exactly what's gonna happen to me. I ain't taking no falls like that, Ocho. I'm good.
That's a good one. I shatter like ice.
Ocho,
yeah.
We got to get to these comments by Noah Lyles. This is what he said last year. He said, you know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. Right. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at all times, but that ain't the world. More fuel got added to the fire today when Time magazine revealed that while he was negotiating a contract with Adidas last year, the company offered him an invite to a shoe release for Anthony Edwards. Lyles seems to take offense to the offer considering he was the world champ and Ant-Man wasn't. You want me to do what? You want to invite me to an event for a man who's not even been to the NBA Finals in a sport that you don't even care about?
After going through the whole of the Adidas Noah Lyles controversy narrative, ex-NFL star Ocho Chad stated, "I think that hard part is that as a track runner, the market and demand for a track runner shoe, it wouldn't be as significant as an NBA basketball player who was seen globally."
More fuel got added to the fire today when Time magazine revealed that while he was negotiating a contract with Adidas last year, the company offered him an invite to a shoe release for Anthony Edwards. Lyles seems to take offense to the offer considering he was the world champ and Ant-Man wasn't. You want me to do what? You want to invite me to an event for a man who's not even been to the NBA Finals in a sport that you don't even care about? And you're giving him a shoe? No disrespect to the man, is an amazing athlete. He's having a heck of a year. I love that you saw insight to give him a shoe because they saw he's going to be big. All I'm asking is, how could you not see that in me?
Right.
Shannon Sharpe seemed to agree, but he had a different analogy as he bulged in to ask Ocho, in a course of 5 months, how many people are going to look at Noah Lyles' feet? The NFL legend followed it with another question. In the course of an NBA season, how many people are going to look at the feet of Ant-Man feet? There was a brief silence, following which Ocho uttered, "Every 2-3 days."
Oh man, there's certain battles that you shouldn't fight. Sometimes you got to pick your battles wisely. I'm just thinking for me, you pick your battles wisely. As someone who is great at their sport, stuff like this can turn brands away. It could turn down market. It could turn marketing opportunities away from you, even though you are a gold medal winner. As a partner with Adidas, in good faith, supporting your fellow NBA player that just won gold now, it's unfortunate. I think the hard part is, as a track runner, the market and demand for a track runner shoe, it wouldn't be as significant as a NBA basketball player who is seen globally.
Finally, Sharpe dropped an ultimate reality check for Lyles, as he said, "There's a reason why big guys don't normally get shoe deals because ain't nobody buying the shoes." We could find two guys that had shoes. Michael Johnson had a shoe, and Usain Bolt had a shoe. They still don't make those shoes. Why is that? Kobe's been deceased for 4 years, but they still make Kobe's, they still make Jordans. They're still gonna LeBron when LeBron retires, and they still gonna make KD when KD retires. There's a reason why Noah Lyles' objection to attending Anthony Edwards' shoe launch might affect his future relationship with Adidas. Noah Lyles' remarks on Anthony Edwards' shoe launch might not serve him well. Earlier this year, Lyles signed a lucrative extension with Adidas. Reportedly, it was the most expensive deal for a track and field athlete after the legendary Usain Bolt's deal with Puma. However, just after signing the deal, releasing a statement against a fellow athlete who endorses the same brand might land Lyles in trouble. Ocho confessed the same, as he stated, "There are certain battles that you shouldn't fight. You pick your battles wisely. As someone who is great at their sports, stuff like this can turn brands away, can turn market opportunities away, even though you're a gold winner." Ocho's partner Sharp explained that despite his demand for a signature shoe deal, Lyles can't promote the brand the same way as the NBA stars. The NBA stars can get their fellow teammates to wear their shoes. It happens quite often, as the NBA players have been seen donning LeBron's and Kobe's. However, Noah hasn't got that privilege, since every track and field athlete wants to don his own name on the heel, not others. Noah Lyles should probably carry it easy, as Anthony Edwards is already a loved name in the sports community. Despite his excellence, Lyles' words might not seem amicable to all, and it might not serve him well in the marketplace. But who knows what fate awaits? Maybe Lyles can get a signature shoe deal as the first track and field athlete, just like Anthony Edwards. What do you all think?
Lyles made headlines after another one of his controversial statements came to light. In a June 27th article published by Time, it was revealed that the 27-year-old recently took a shot at Team USA star Anthony Edwards during the latter's Adidas shoe launch. The Time feature, written by Sean Gregory, shared a story about how Lyles was unhappy about being invited by Adidas to a shoe release event last year for Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards. Both men are Adidas athletes. Lyles felt he was deserving of a signature shoe as well, and took a swipe at Edwards in the Time interview. When Lyles was negotiating an Adidas contract extension last year, the company, he says, threw him what it thought was a bone. Lyles responded when he was invited to Edwards' shoe release event, "You want to do what? You want to invite me to an event for a man who has not even been to an NBA Finals in a sport that you don't even care about, and you're giving him a shoe? No disrespect, the man is an amazing athlete. He is having a heck of a year. I love that they saw the insight to give him a shoe because they saw that he was going to be big. All I'm asking is, how could you not see that for me?" For most fans, this was Lyles taking a blatant shot at Edwards and the latter's lack of championship success in the NBA. The quote is 100% real, which makes this situation even more bizarre. No one could initially believe that Lyles would come up with such a statement. New York Knicks superstar Jalen Brunson caught wind of the quote, and the all-star point guard was left in disbelief at what he thought was a joke. Jalen Brunson joked that when he saw the quote, he thought it was coming from the infamous fake Twitter account NBA Centel, rather than the real page NBA Central. Gregory noted in the original interview that Lyles was in the middle of negotiating a contract extension with Adidas at the time that they invited him to Edwards' shoe release event. The two sides have since agreed to a new deal that stands as Adidas' most lucrative track and field contract in the post-Usain Bolt era, Gregory added. A six-time world champion in sprinting himself, Lyles is right that Edwards has yet to reach the mountaintop in his own league. But Edwards, still only 23, is an up-and-coming face of the NBA who is already far more marketable than any track and field star today. But don't try to convince Lyles of that, as there is clearly a strong mutual dislike between him and the NBA fraternity. Lyles also expressed his desire for a personalized sneaker deal, noting that there is greater financial potential in the sneaker market compared to spikes. "I want my own shoe," Lyles stated in an interview, adding, "Ain't no money in spikes." Lyles recently signed a groundbreaking contract extension with Adidas, which is rumored to be the most lucrative in track and field since Usain Bolt's deal with Puma. The possibility of a signature Noah Lyles sneaker could represent a significant moment for the brand moving forward. Lyles has designs on fixing this issue. He swears he can be bigger than Bolt. Yeah, why not? He says. That's my plan.
Yeah, everybody knows Usain Bolt. Great guy.
I love him.
Fastest. Yeah, I want to be faster than that.
Yeah.
But it's not just, good enough to be faster than that. You also have the medals to go with it. Okay, well, he's won 3 already, and he has the world records when he did it. Okay, what do you got to do to be better than that? You got to get 4.
Okay.
Nobody's done 4.
Okay.
Now you're going on the Mount Rushmore. Now you're the greatest of the great.
Wow.
That's where I'm trying to attain.
While Bolt is an icon by dint of hailing from Jamaica, he couldn't, or at least wasn't willing to, grow track and field in the U.S. I have the personality, I have the speed, I have the showmanship, says Lyles. I have the marketing mindset. I'm willing to be uncomfortable.
You don't want to just win gold medals.
Oh, no. 1 is too little.
You said that you're looking to come home with 4.
4.
4, but that's never been done.
That's why I want to do it so badly.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But what competitions are they? What are they? 100?
So we have the 100 meters.
Okay.
And we have the 200 meters.
Yep.
Then we have the relays, the 4x1, and then the one I'm trying to add to the list is the 4x4.
Now, what makes you go, well, I want to add this extra pressure in my life?
Everybody knows Bolt. You guys know Bolt, right?
Yeah, Usain Bolt.
Everybody knows Usain Bolt. Great guy.
I love him.
Fastest. Yeah, I want to be faster than that.
Yeah.
But it's not just, good enough to be faster than that. You also have the medals to go with it. Okay, well, he's won 3 already, and he has the world records when he did it. Okay, what do you got to do to be better than that? You got to get 4.
Okay.
Nobody's done 4.
Okay.
Now you're going on the Mount Rushmore.
And in March, he did a pair of shoots with Adidas, filmed a spot for Visa, and did another shoot for Omega. Between training sessions and running in a meet, he wants to host Saturday Night Live. In track and field, the 100-meter race has traditionally been considered the greatest test. The world record holder is dubbed the world's fastest man for a reason. With the recent successes, Noah Lyles is determined to firmly assert this position. Lyles became the fastest man in the world when he set a personal record in the 100 meters with a time of 9.83 seconds in the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary the previous year. I've always known that I was the world's fastest man, but now you guys know it, claimed Lyles. Now, Noah Lyles is setting the record straight. Lyles has released a statement in an attempt to calm the social media storm. This is a rumor going around that I did not go to Anthony Edwards' shoe release because he didn't deserve it, Lyles said on X. That is not the case. He definitely deserves his shoes. He is an amazing player. The problem was finding time based on my prior engagement. Congrats on becoming an Olympic champion. The part of the interview where he called out Adidas for giving Ant a lavish signature shoe deal over him went viral. But the other half, where he acknowledged Edwards as a superb player, didn't receive any traction. In other words, it appears that Lyles only has a gripe with Adidas in this case, not Edwards. At any rate, his clarification prompted various sorts of responses. One of the fans urged him to shut down the noise, stating, "They hate you because they ain't you. Don't let them bring you down, man." Meanwhile, another fan refused to believe his clarification, saying, "That's not what you said in that interview." Lyles has built a negative image among various NBA fans for his comments last season. He had termed NBA players arrogant for labeling themselves as world champions after winning an NBA championship.
The USA Basketball have fired back at Noah Lyles after the 100-meter champion made comments questioning their claim of being the sports world champions. The beef between America's basketball titans and sprinting sensation dates back to August 2023, when Lyles mocked the NBA for calling their annual playoff winners world champions.
And they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States?
The 27-year-old sprinter questioned how the league could make such a claim when all its teams are based in the US, with just one coming from Canada. But after Team USA held off hosts France 98-87 to win Olympic gold in the men's basketball finals on Saturday, the champions' social team took the opportunity to deliver a clapback they presumably believed would shut down the debate between them and Lyles once and for all. "Are we the world champs now?" A caption read above a picture of the full squad on X. But any self-adulation would have quickly evaporated as social users took community notes to remind them they were technically still not world champions, rather Olympic champs. They pointed out to the fact the current world champions are actually Germany, who won the FIBA World Championship in September 2023, a competition the US finished 4th in. Team USA will have to win the next FIBA World Championships, which will be held in Qatar in 2027, to be legitimately able to call themselves world champions. Fans on social were in disbelief, with one replying to USA Basketball, "No, because you won the Olympic Games, not the World Basketball Championship. Shouldn't be that hard." Another simply put, "There's no way it's this difficult to understand." Lyles, who is both an Olympic champion and 3-time world champion, started the tete-a-tete when claiming the US should be more modest in its claims about being called world champions. He made the comments to press last year saying, "Don't get me wrong, I love the US at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on they flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA. NBA teams compete for a city or a state, like the Los Angeles Lakers or Utah Jazz. Some teams have jersey colors that resemble their city's flag, like the New York Knicks. Yet, Lyles took the NBA's claim of calling the winners of the Larry O'Brien Trophy world champions. British broadcaster Piers Morgan said, who was best known in the United States for his stint as a judge on America's Got Talent, "The cojones of this guy calling out NBA stars for pretending to be world champions when they're not, then beating the world to be Olympic 100-meter champion, are gigantic. Congrats, Noah Lyles. You talk the talk and just walk the walk." Morgan continued with several hand clap emojis. The NBA is not the only American sports league to use the moniker, with the NFL and MLB also calling each season's victor a world champion. The MLB has one team not based in America, while none of the NFL's 32 franchises reside outside the United States. Noah Lyles had all of NBA Twitter hate watching him because of an objectively correct statement and pulled it off. NBA Twitter tuned in for a Noah Lyles hate watch and came up empty-handed. "Let's freaking go," another person said on X. This was not the first time that they took a shot at the sprinter. After winning the semifinals against Serbia, they took a shot at Lyles, suggesting they do not play for bronze. Noah Lyles ended up with bronze despite talking trash. He would destroy his opponents in the 200 meters finals at this Olympics. USA Basketball could further taunt Lyles if the women's team wins gold too. Compared to what transpired in the men's games, the women are on a different level. They have won 7 straight gold medals and will look to make it 8 tonight. If they win again, it will mean that the best female basketball players in the world are part of the WNBA.